live.
We're live.
Hey.
We're live here again. The Frog Valley Hour. Give it up for me, your host this week, Kayla Esmond.
Woo, Kayla Esmond.
Give it up for our returning castmates. What are we? Are we a coven? What my returning witch sisters? Give it up for Erin Mohr. Natisha, give it up for Erin Mohr. Give it up for Erin in your hearts, and give it up in your hearts at home. And here, me and Erin, give it up for Natisha Anderson. Yeah. Everyone's having a good day. We're excited to be here. I'm super excited for the challenge. I have this whole host of challenges that I've considered and played around with doing, and I keep just when it comes down to it, I'm I'm gonna save those ideas. I'm gonna do something easy. We're just gonna be answering some Ask Reddit questions. I just wanted to. I was I'm gonna get to know y'all better via Reddit, which is a hellscape. But I have curated the finest of the top questions from Ask Reddit, and I'm so excited. How are we feeling about that?
Well, I'm feeling fabulous about it. Feeling fabulous.
I'm excited. Little frightened, but excited. Yeah. What will we find?
I feel like that's how I go through a lot of my life. Is just frightened but excited, a very, very nervous small bunny,
yeah,
sort of thing out in the wild. Okay. Oh, which is a great transition into our first question that I'm very excited for, y'all. Steve Irwin has you pinned down in a headlock. What cool facts does he tell the audience about you and your habitat?
This is Crocodile
Hunter. So it's which I be talking about him the other day, or always oh, look at the little snake. She's a beauty. I'm coming up on this crocodile. We were talking about him because he's the only Australian man that we know of that doesn't have white Australian man that doesn't have a smushy face. Because we were watching Thor, we're why is Chris Hemsworth's face all smushed? Why are we all?
All his features are down,
just shrunk down a little bit. Yeah. Put 90% on the copier machine.
What would Steve Irwin say to the camera?
Yeah. What would Steve Irwin tell his audience when he comes into your habitat? What facts would he hit the audience with? I feel for me, he would come in a new bed. This is the Kayla bear. She spends most of her day sleeping. She's symbiotic with the small cats in this region. And she loves a nest. She has depression nests that she every winter she hibernates in a nest made of depression and wine bottles. I don't know what accent I ended up with there in the end.
I was oh, that's good. That's a good. Wait, what? I thought it was good. It's not good anymore.
Irwin, and then it was Michael Caine playing Alfred.
But also as a witch. Also as a witch, yeah.
Absolutely.
I love it.
When you do an accent, it turns into this kind of I'm under a bridge. But that's mine. Erin, Erin, Natisha, how are y'all feeling?
Good. I would say we have this here's. I can't. So, I'm not even going to attempt.
You don't have to do the accent. It's not required.
A North American tranny, and you have to be careful around her because she is drunk all the time. I don't know why you have to be careful around a drunk, but I suppose you do.
Very delicate.
Yeah. That's all I got.
No, I mean, that makes sense, though. That's a great amount of information because he was this is a beautiful creature and you have to respect it because it will kill you. Yeah.
Yes.
Not that drunkenness doesn't necessarily make you dangerous, but it makes you unpredictable. So it's
it does. Yeah. I have poisons coming out of my pores at all times.
I know.
Poisons being the old alcohol and toxins that my body is filled with.
You're like a poison frog that only poisons himself.
Yeah.
Like the little pretty colored frogs got all the pretty colors. It's like, I'm so cute, but I'll kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
That's great. Natisha,
I would say he would be like, oh, good day, mate. Looks like this habitat is filled with disarray. Looks like so many projects she's begun and hasn't completed. Oh, she tries to organize, but her brain is as scattered as a scattered animal, as an otter in a river wild. Yeah, he would say disarray.
Scattered as a squirrel in a planter's factory.
Yes.
Planter's nuts.
Yeah.
So I love the repetition of the disarray because I feel like it's foreshadowing for when he gets killed by the stingray.
Oh.
So what's the opposite of a callback? Foreshadowing. Okay, I already said it.
Yeah.
No, I think that's great. I love the like animal metaphors involved in it. Like he uses other animals to describe what's going on with this animal. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm. I will say his death was like one of the celebrity deaths that I was like, oh, I feel this one, like I was like, oh, Steve Irwin, like I didn't expect it and felt it,
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I definitely, yeah.
Live by the sword, die by the sword, I suppose.
Or the stingrays.
Stingray.
Stingray, die by the stingray.
I remember that one. There weren't many celebrities that got me, but it was like Carrie Fisher, Robin Williams, and Steve Irwin were the ones that I was like, wow, damn it. Genie, Aladdin Genie, why'd you go? All right, what a turn we've taken.
Reddit, there's always a turn on Reddit.
This always, I mean, it's we can't have cute questions about animals without talking about celebrities that were taken from us too soon. Can't have one without the other. That's balance. That's the way the balance of the universe works. Okay. Next question.
Yes.
A new dating app is launched. Instead of a photo of the person, it shows you a photo of their bedroom, car, kitchen, shoes, how they have their tea, coffee, things like that. What photo would tell you the most about someone, and which photo would you be the most interested to see to choose a potential date? So basically, the question is boiled down. It's a dating profile where you can see pictures of everything about this person's life except what they look like.
Yes.
You can see like spaces and stuff, like things about them, but just not what they look like. Which photos would you rely most on to pick a potential partner? I feel like for me, it would be a picture of like the kitchen and their car, like
interior of the car.
Interior, and here's the thing, and it's bad because it's not the reason it should be. I want to see a little bit of mess. I need to see a little bit of mess. Or I feel like you're gonna judge me. Like I will get on your nerves.
Yeah.
It's my first red flag is I'm like, I'll bother you. If I can't set a dish in the sink, we're gonna have a rough time.
I every time I look at people's pictures, my eyes go to the background like immediately, like looking for. I'm just like, God, just clean up. You're gonna take a picture of yourself. Fucking clean up, Like, what are you doing?
I like to snoop. That's why I'm also like, what's behind?
Yeah. What's on the walls? What kind of Yeah. Is there anything on the walls? Is it bare? Do they have blankets over the windows to as makeshift curtains? Those kind of red flags.
Would fuck me. Neither of y'all would fuck me on this. Why do you still have the painter's blinds up from when you moved in from renting the house?
Well, I think I would have a picture of the inside of the fridge.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because that also says, like, how are they eating? Like, what's their lifestyle like? You know, like, are they healthy eaters? Are they not? Like, are they just really busy? Do they plan ahead? You know, do they drink dairy? Ugh. You know, like dairy's caused a lot of, we have to meet in the middle with dairy in my marriage, you know, like he does the dairy all day. And I'm like, oh, you can't put dairy in them scrambled eggs because it'll make me like, so what's their view on dairy?
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point. I'm also realizing, because like when you said fridge, I was immediately like, yes, I need to see that they don't eat too healthy. Because again, if they do, we're not going to get along. I'm realizing how much of my strategy in this hypothetical dating site is just looking for low standards. It's just like, who would have low standards for me? Who wouldn't be, who could I like if they were like, you need to clean your car? Who could I in turn be like, no, fuck you, you need to clean your car?
I dated a guy once who he was OCD, and I moved a pillow on his couch, and he was like, oh, we don't move those pillows. And I was like, oh, I think this is over.
Wow, we don't move those pillows.
Yeah, the pillows need to go right back to their place. We don't move those pillows. And I was like, oh.
There's someone out there who's like, their thing is too, like, they'll find somebody out there, like, maybe, that their thing is like, I don't move pillows. Like, I hate moving pillows. Nothing bothers me more. I will, like, do dishes, take the trash out, but I hate moving pillows. And, like, they'll work together. So sometimes you just got to find someone whose mental illness complements your own. That's
Absolutely. Whenever I walk into a room, I memorize where everything is, and I never wanted to move ever again in my life. That would be the person. Yeah.
That'd be a good. We should be matchmakers. We should be matchmakers for crazy people. There we go. I feel like I'm just crazy enough that we are just crazy enough. Oh, okay. Here's a fun one. If OK Boomer was a digital assistant like OK Google, what sorts of answers? Okay, I just said OK Google, and now my OK Google just opened up, and it's like, yes, what do you want?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Stop, lady, stop.
She said all she wants is to make a positive difference in people's lives. Okay. Was like, what sorts of answers would it give to a certain question? Let's change this. If there was an OK Boomer like question thing that worked like
voice assistant,
what would you ask it? And are there things that like you would use for it around the house? I feel like I would use an OK Boomer for like old-fashioned recipes.
Yeah.
And then someone to yell at me in my grandmother's voice about how fat I'm getting while I eat those recipes. We're going to be fat, no one's going to love you. And it's like, yes, maybe you're right. But
I could see fondue recipes would be good. Dinner party
Cocktails.
recipes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cocktails, yeah. Like, you tell me how to make that Manhattan from the 1930s. I'll make that 1930s Manhattan, you know?
So you start with some Vicodin and you crush it up.
They were having a hard time. They needed it. Yeah.
Make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Anytime I need something like that.
Anytime you need a little belittling in your day.
Yeah, judging my lifestyle.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes, I feel like it would make me feel cool to just throughout the day be like, okay, Boomer, I'm gonna go smoke some weed and masturbate to women online. Okay, just to like piss it off, just to feel cool. Because I'm hitting this age now where like where like the Gen Zers are like everything about millennials is not cool, and I'm like, teenagers didn't think I was cool when I was a teenager. Like, I want them to think I'm cool now, but it'd be nice to have like a Boomer disappointed in me so I could feel cool again. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I would prefer an OK Millennial app myself. Like, is this shirt cool?
Yeah.
How long can I wear these pants?
Yes.
The peg leg pants, not peg leg, but
Skinny jeans.
skinny jeans. Yes. What's the lifespan of these? I feel like
They're gonna have to prime off my cold dead body because they don't come off. They are there forever.
Is this like it asked like the millennial one, like, is this joke gonna get me canceled? Are we doing okay? You know, like to kind of check you out, like, did I miss something here?
brilliant.
You know, like, is there something here that's gonna get me canceled? Let's watch out.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. All right.
I once called Siri a really bad name. I was angry and I hadn't eaten, so I the words. And she was like, "I'm sorry to disappoint you." I could tell, like, she apologized and she was like, "I understand." She's like, "I understand you're upset with me," and then I was like, I didn't expect it. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." And then I told my husband to call her the same bad name, and she was like, "That's not appropriate. How dare you use
Oh,
yeah!" And I wonder if it was because he had his voice.
Male voice.
I don't know why, but she was like, to him. But for me, she was like, all right, well, let's talk it through, girl. I understand. Let's talk it. I don't know what it was.
I identify with Siri so much.
Yeah, I don't know why. But she's like, oh, what have I done? It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Now I'm curious. Okay, Google. Google, you're a cunt.
Please don't talk to me that way.
See? Yeah. Say it nice. Say it nice, though.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, Google, you're a cunt.
Please don't talk to me that way.
Okay.
More sense of nuance, that Google.
Yeah. She's got boundaries.
You can read between the lines. Okay, I like this one too. Here's a fun one. If instead of rebooting movies, retelling them from a different point of view became popular, which movie would you like retold?
Can you read that again? I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
No worries. Dude, I have to read shit like just for myself multiple times because I'm like, I was still reading and I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
If instead of rebooting movies, retelling them from a different point of view became popular, which movie would you like retold? Something I'm learning about Ask Reddit, they don't understand word economy. So basically just which movie would you like to see told from a different person's perspective than the main character?
Yeah.
And
what popped into my head wasn't a movie. I thought Friends from Gunther's point of view.
I like that. That could be really compelling.
Just like, how spoiled these people.
It's true. And I mean,
he's
the kind of person that like dyes his hair just like completely bleach blonde, which is an inherently interesting trait to me. It's like, who are you? Let me know more about you. Let me know about your home life. Why do you love Rachel when you're clearly like a 90s pansexual? Like you're trying too hard there, Gunther.
Yeah. You can see like Gunther would have the grittier, it would be the grittier version of Friends, there would be it'd be like Dark Knight, versus the original, it's that kind of thing. Seedy underbelly of New York City.
Oh, we love a seedy underbelly.
Yes.
I don't think I haven't seen an episode of Friends, a full episode.
Wow.
Oh, I've always judged it. I'm a judger. I put judgy pants on. Yeah, I did.
You need to talk to the millennials about that because
I know. Okay, millennial. I would redo Peter Pan, but excuse me. I think Peter Pan's killed multiple times. I think Peter Pan's done some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like his hands are covered in blood. And I think really, I think Peter Pan is Puck, like the same character as Puck.
Well, he's in a 12-year-old's body, but he's been alive for forever fighting pirates, so it only makes sense.
Yeah, and like he's controlling and manipulative, and like Like, I think that he's a much darker character than given credit for, you know. And I'd like again seedy underbelly of Never Neverland, you know. Ooh, who's he gonna kill and bury in the backyard?
So would this be from like I think Hook's perspective would probably give us or maybe Shmi.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like one of the just like the perspective of one of the Lost Boys. Would probably give us a better, because like it's always kind of told from his and Wendy's perspective, where it's kind of romanticized, because like Wendy, it's like, all right, you dumb bitch, you just want to bang Peter Pan. You know, Peter Pan and Wendy just trying to like do their like puberty thing.
I never read that the subtle undertones.
Yeah.
It's only in the Disney version. It's but the sexual tension is uncomfortable.
And he's like, but I'm with Tiger Lily. I'm sorry, Wendy. I got Tiger Lily and we got some history, you know. Sorry, you know. Yeah.
Oh man.
I just assumed there is no sexuality when it comes to Peter Pan. Like he's just asexual. And I assume he has no genitalia either. It's just smooth down there.
It's the making Wendy play like mother, father to like everybody that's like so serial killery to me, where it's like he kidnaps children and forces them to like pretend to be playing house with him, and it's like, you're 13, go home.
Yeah.
Medication, fucking go home.
And Wendy's like, I want to go home, and he's like, no, you ain't going home. Put that apron on, you know. Yeah, it's dark. I think it's real dark.
I think a mermaid version of Peter Pan. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, they gossip. I bet mermaids gossip. They know what's going on, you know, in Neverland. They know the tea. They spill the tea, as the millennials say, right?
I think that's Jen's. Well, is that whatever it? We stole it from Black women. Whichever generation is claiming that we stole it from Black women.
All the generations steal from.
It's everything, anything cool, anything that doesn't suck. Whether it's food, clothing, anything that doesn't suck, we stole from Black people. Which is where we've come from Peter Pan. I'm still thinking about how seedy underbelly is what you call it when you come on someone's stomach and then flip them over. All right. Okay.
I love how we do this. Kayla always says something, and Erin's always like, oh, like I love I'm gonna go back and look every like show we've done.
My favorite. It's so fun. I feel like I would want to. I'm trying to think like which movie I would want to see from a different character's perspective, because I feel like I would really like to see Palpatine's story, the Dark Lord through the Star Wars movies. I would love to see his progression, like the fuck happens, or a movie about young Leia, about Leia growing up as a princess.
I like that.
Her home, that'd be sweet. I think that'd be great.
Yeah,
it would be interesting to see Palpatine. Like, you know, I'm just trying to bring peace to the universe, and all these fucking people are just, you know, never happy.
I'm just trying to give this whole universe socialized healthcare. And I don't understand. Like, I'm just trying to bring Medicare for all to all these fucking planets, and they keep fighting me. That's his perspective on it. All right. Okay.
You see, Nicole said Anastasia from the little bat's perspective.
That would be great. I love the little bat from Anastasia. I give her a hiya and a hoya, and then I kick her, sir. That would be so good. Because he's got little Bartok. He's got his own image. I feel like they made a Bartok movie at some point, too. I could be wrong. I could be making that. I feel like they made a movie about, like, a sequel to Anastasia about him.
I haven't seen it. Like, every other day, my husband's like, what? You haven't seen it? What? It's like I put it in 3 heads or so. You've never seen that? You know?
You should watch Anastasia. You should watch Anastasia. It's real good. Erin's looking like, have you seen it, Erin?
I have not.
This is the first time in my entire life that I've been the person who saw the movie. This is the first time in my whole entire life that I've been the one that saw the movie, but y'all should both watch Anastasia. It's baller. And the main male character in Anastasia, mad bangable. Dimitri, my goodness. Anastasia was another one of those movies where Anastasia and Dimitri were both super hot. And like, whereas a young kid, I was like, I don't just like the boys with the middle parts. I like the girls with the side parts too. This is working for me. Okay. All right. All right. All these suck. So here's our final question. If you were to pose a question to the entire world as a whole, just an interesting question of like what you'd want to know to the entire world, which question would you ask? If you had a questionnaire, the entire world.
Questionnaire to the entire world.
Question for the entire world.
And while you think about that, I'll just go ahead and plug our sponsor for today's show, Sprite. Sprite.
Okay. World, how cute am I?
That's a good one.
That's it. That's it.
I think I would just be like, why? Why? It'd be more like a guttural, like, than a question, I feel like.
Yeah.
I
feel that. Y'all, for anyone watching, we're about to get into our into some jokes. So if you want to hit us with some suggestions, we might riff on them here in a bit. I love those. Those are great answers. Those are great questions. Erin, I'm gonna go with a 10 out of 10 to answer your question. Natisha, I'm gonna go with a to answer yours. And then my question would be, what is your social security number? That would only work for the people in the United States, but I'd still get everyone in the United States a social security number.
Yes.
There you go.
So,
yes.
Zip ties, Nilani, you get your dirty ass out of here trying to fucking. I don't know why I'm like accusing Nilani of like, just because when I see zip ties, I'm like, sex. How do you make me think of sex with normal household items, Nilani? We've come to our joke.
I was thinking like abduction, kidnapping, like our brains went totally okay. Abduction, kidnapping, like scary van, zip ties. Yeah.
Well, my brain first went to the Capitol, which then made me horny. It was horny for terrorists getting arrested. Okay. All right. And incriminating themselves. I feel like I've already. You want me to start us off?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yay! We did it. Yeah.
Close.
100%.
A little obvious, Nilani.
I know it's like all of these are sexual now. Can we stop? Can we stop just only giving me sexual images? I can't tell if that's flat or not. Music would be a lot easier if I was good at music. Nalani wants to bring up zip ties. That made me think of sex. I cannot sit here and tell a lie. Oh, zip tie me up. And then we can fuck. Oh, zip tie me up. Because you forgot the duct tape, you stupid fuck. I'm sorry. No, we're not fighting tonight. We're having a good time. We're trying something new because the therapist is tired of me bitching about you. So zip tie me up. And maybe we'll save this marriage till our kids are grown up and off to college. Zip tie me up.
Yeah! Woo!
No. I think thinking of sex when you see zip ties is fairly reasonable. You know, I mean, the guy at the Capitol was clearly on his way to an orgy and just got lost. Who among us hasn't gotten lost on their way to an orgy? Orgies have notoriously poor directions. In my experience, every time I've been to an orgy, every time and a half, the directions were very confusing. I feel like one time it's because it was at a frat house and everybody giving me directions was drunk and already having the orgy without me. And it's kind of hard to give directions to your orgy when you're getting railed from behind. You know, we're all people. I understand that. But still, give me directions. Give me reasonable directions. Stop giving me directions based on, like, markers on the way to your house. I don't know the yellow house with the square windows. I don't know which one that is. If I've hit it, I've gone too far. I don't know. People back where I went to college, where the frat house was, it was also local, like, it was such a small town. Everybody gave these directions with the same bullshit directions with, like, landmarks that I didn't know. You know, they're like, oh, go down to old Mildred's house. You know, take a right. Keep going until you hit the Johnson's barn. If you hit the Albert's barn, you've gone too far. He'll shoot you. He will fucking kill you. Get off of his property. He will murder you like he murdered the last children. Oh, driving. Josh brings up driving. Josh does all of the driving in our relationship. I do most of the cooking and he does most of the driving. And that's like, I feel like, you know, we're not super into we're not super tied into gender norms, but that one, oh man, the one where I get a chauffeur, that's a that's a gender norm I can get behind. You know, there's a few gender norms I will take. It's that the man does most of the driving and I get off the sinking boat first. Woo! I wish kids didn't get off before me. Like what? Kayla, those orgies at Christian University must have been intense. They were. Here's the thing about the Christian University orgies. They happened in conjunction with the public university orgies across the street. So, you know, it was
competing.
Yeah.
Orgy offs.
We like our football teams competed against each other. So there was like kind of a rivalry and like we would go like, because we were literally across the street from each other. So we go like spray paint each other's schools and like not me. I didn't give a shit. I was doing other stuff like orgies. But they would like spray paint and put glitter. And like one year they came through with paintball guns and like were hitting people. And I was like, what the fuck? Friendly fire. But yeah, they were kind of competing. So like when you did get to these like crazy parties where things were like too crazy, there was like this competing, like who can get the most crazy? Is it the public school people or is it the Christian missionary kids? And it's always the Christian missionary kids. They do weird shit. They do weird shit. And that's 5 minutes. That's it for me. Everybody, thank you. Oh, do y'all have a preference? Is anyone feeling inspired in their soul by something they've already seen in the comments?
I can go.
Well,
I'm not.
I was about to pick you anyways. So
wonderful.
I want everybody to give it the fuck up for Erin Mohr. Hell yeah!
Thank you. I am a little hungover today. We just got back from wine country. Let me check the time. I am semi-lucid. We bought this drink from a lovely man in some place that Milani, yes, lovely guy, who said, you know, I never get any complaints about this drink. Everybody seems to love it. I never get any complaints. And I said something to the effect of, well, you're doing all right if nobody comes back and throws this hot liquid in your face. I thought that was charming and funny. I don't know why the thought of some guy getting this hot liquid he sells thrown into his face was witty in that moment.
I think that's
I
hilarious.
guess I get dark. I get dark when I'm tired.
How did he respond?
Nothing. No word. Just
Okay.
like, all right, well, thank you.
I would have laughed if I was the bartender.
I think he was I think this was in a Danish town. Danish ginger grog is what we were drinking, what we bought. Thank you, Nalani. Yeah, lovely beverage. Danish ginger grog.
That's from the Lord of the Rings. Don't.
It's just going to go into the grog. Yeah. God, gotta get a grog. Day drinking. God, I love day drinking. I used to go. I haven't done it that much since college. We used to go on these trips. Had a friend who had his parents owned a cabin, and my motto was I would not, when I got up in the morning, would not get out of bed without a buzz on. So everybody would bring me, alcohol and other accoutrements, and then get me to where I needed to be, and then we could start the day. It was wonderful of them to do that for me. Wooden spoons. My mom used wooden spoons on our rumps. Oh, we're not good. My mom broke one on my brother's ass once, and I heard her laughing. She started laughing. All of us kids were in our rooms. I think we're all just waiting to get spanked, and she was starting first the oldest, and then the middle brother, who's the one who got the ass. And I hear, whack! Found out later it's because she broke the damn spoon on his bed. God, is that 5 minutes? I think it's 5 minutes. That's enough. We'll end on wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon.
Shut up for Erin Mohr.
Did your mom come for you then with the broken spoon, or did you just?
She went and got some other implement. I can't remember what it was, but
yeah,
a spatula or.
Oh no! I know the sitting in your room waiting for the it's coming, but it ain't here yet. Feel it.
It's the dread, yeah, and I have the feeling like she used every minute of it. Just send us to the rooms. Sit around for 5 minutes. Let it build up.
Timer.
Yeah. Go read a book.
That's great. Oh my goodness. Erin Mohr, everybody. And of course, that means we are on to our final comedian. Make some noise for the very funny Natisha Anderson, everyone.
So speaking of moms, I'm pregnant. Yeah.
Hey.
That's true. Yep. How pregnant am I? I'm so pregnant that now if something falls on the floor, it's just gone. I'll see you in 6 months, maybe. It's bye. I'm not getting that, It's gone. It's gone. It's crazy because everything changes when you're pregnant. Like your feet get bigger, your eyesight can get blurry, and your belly button can turn from an innie to an outie.
No.
I'm a monster, you guys. I'm transforming. I imagine the babies inside just poke, 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 just waiting for the belly button to transform, And you can also get something called lightning crotch. This is true. Oh. Lightning crotch. It sounds like a superhero, that's that's like, lightning crotch, I'm here to save the day with my crotch of lightning and my thighs of thunder. Or it sounds like something on Brett Kavanaugh's calendar for sure, you know? Like Wednesday, drink with drink with the dudes, lightning crotch, you know. And like it's like what it is though is the baby kicks from the inside, kicks you in the crotch. Like I'm giving him everything. Like I'm giving the baby like oxygen and like you know like blood, like everything. But he's still gonna kick me in crotch. He's still gonna be like pow pow, you know, fighter. Okay. So transition. Oh, I have a heartwarming story about rhinestones. This will warm your heart.
Oh,
good. So the house I live in. So okay, I live with friends and they own the house. And when they bought it, it was like as is because the family was like disputing over it, and like the guy. So it came with furniture and stuff when they actually bought it. So with the guy who lived in it before, like I want to be his friend, and he's no longer with us. He passed away. His name was Willie, but Willie ran an illegal barbershop out of his garage. He had transformed the garage. He had like one of those chairs, and the big like the big hair dryer thing in the garage. And he was like, not like bad, like not selling drugs, but he's gonna do hair. Like, you know, like how badass is that? And he also did hair and jewelry for drag queens. And he found these boxes, and it would say drag jewelry, these boxes of like jewelry that he would like piece together and like make earrings for like drag queens. And our housemates were like, Natisha, I think you need these. This for you. Like this, he left this for you, you know? And I was like, I will get arts and crafts on. Yes, you know, I'll do that. And but it's like rhinestones and like pearls and beads and like all this like just bright, like just beautiful stuff. And I used it for a little bit, but then I just gave it to like my little friend who's a teenager. They're 16 and they're making their own jewelry now. They have their own little like online jewelry store, and I was like, oh, got this. I told them the story of Willie, and it was like, oh yay, heart feelings. Okay, so that's like yay. Okay, that's a good story. No jokes there. Just
Willie would be happy.
Great.
Yeah, I think it's getting used. You know, it's like not every day you find like a box of like drag jewelry. Like that's a treasure. Okay, that's a treasure. All right. Oh man, I don't know if I have anything else. Danish ginger grog. That sounds like I don't know, like kind of like a slur for like a girl, for a Danish girl, a Danish redhead, you know, who liked to drink, and she like found her way around town, you know. She was ahead of her time, definitely like ahead of her time. Like this is like a small village, maybe 1800s. You know, like she was totally ahead of her time. People would be like, Danish ginger grog. Whoa, you gotta watch out. But, she knows every fella and every lady in this village, you know. She's been around her spicy ginger, you know what I'm saying? She's been grogging. Not like she gets around, she grogs around. I got a little grog, you know. Okay, that's all I have.
I love it. Danish ginger grog was what they drank, but I like your version better.
I do. Yes. Yeah. I wish I had a Danish ginger grog now instead of yes.
I wish I had a Danish ginger grog bringing me Danish ginger grogs. Woo! As soon as I started saying that multiple times in a row, I was like, this is a slippery slope. This is messy. A slippery slope. That's the wrong phrase. All right, here we go. Dismounting. Natisha, I'm so excited about the baby. This is I remember what I was gonna say. I saw while I was scrolling through looking for questions. One of the things I saw as a common question is why don't babies drown when the mother swims? This was in a different Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there are so many things that are so many leaps you have to make.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Maybe not drown.
the water, they believe water just rushes in to the womb and therefore would drown the child?
And or as if the baby's not like already like hanging out in liquid, like because they're like they're swimming already, basically. Yeah.
Which is why water births are a thing. Which when I first heard of water births, I was like, "How's a baby not drown?" And then it was like, "It's already surrounded by liquids." But I just wanted to gift that to y'all as a question that I stumbled upon more often than I expected to. People are dumb, yo, and I feel like people are dumb, yo is a great. Nalani, thank you so much. And this, y'all. People are dumb, yo. Where Frog Valley? Or does water just seep in? You know, water. It knows how to open doors, like zombies in a bad zombie movie.
It goes in through the belly button. That's what happens. That's why it goes out.
If you drink water, the baby might drown.
It's a little plug, and when it comes out, it actually water will start to come in.
Oh, Nalani laughing in the background. Always a beautiful thing to hear. Yo, that's at Frog Valley Hour. We're here every every Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you all next time.
Woo! Yay!